Australia's scheme to stop the boats has itself been sunk. The High Court deciding that sending asylum seekers to Malaysia for the processing of their refugee applications contravened Australia's own laws. The government's flagship policy now in tatters.
Let's make no bones about it. Today's decision by the High Court is a profoundly disappointing one. Disappointing to the government, disappointing to me. It is a significant blow to our efforts to break the people smugglers' business model.
I certainly feel delighted for our clients who were very fearful of being sent to Malaysia. They were absolutely petrified of being sent there, very frightened, and we've spoken to them all today and they're extremely relieved.
Asylum seekers who arrive in Australian waters, said Australia's High Court, cannot be sent to any other country without certain legally binding guarantees about how they would be looked after and how their asylum applications will be processed. Malaysia is not a signatory to the UN's Convention on Refugees, nor do its domestic laws explicitly protect the rights of asylum seekers. Confirmed refugees from Malaysia have already been arriving in Australia as part of the swap deal. They will stay. But the plane charter to take asylum seekers the other way will remain grounded. The High Court decision will hold unless the law is changed.
The government's legal advisers might advise the minister that the provisions of the Migration Act could be amended. They could, if you like, be watered down.
That, though, looks impossible. Prime Minister Julia Gillard's minority government relies on the support of independent and Green MPs. Getting anything controversial through Parliament is very difficult. The bad news for the government couldn't have come on a worse day. It followed an embarrassing fire at an immigration detention centre in Darwin. Asylum seekers there setting fire to mattresses, apparently in protest against not being allowed to celebrate the Muslim festival of Eid. This court decision is a major blow for Australia's government. Their policy was meant to deter people from getting on boats. Now it seems the more than 300 asylum seekers who've arrived into Australian waters since the deal was announced will be processed here after all, and others now have an incentive to make a similar trip. Just what Australia's government was trying to avoid. Andrew Thomas, Al Jazeera, Sydney.